Do y'all remember Whisper? That app where you spilled your darkest secrets over a cheesy stock photo and thought, hey, nobody knows me. Spoiler alert, they kinda did. Let's rewind. Launched in March 2012 by Michael Hayward and Brad Brooks, Whisper positioned itself as a safe space. No identity, no judgment, just secrets. Its appeal? The chance to vent anonymously while the rest of social media glowed with highlight reels. By November 2013, Whisper reached 2.5 billion monthly page views, and by December, nearly 3 billion. By spring 2015, it exploded to 10 billion monthly page views. Meanwhile, monthly active users climbed from 10 million in April 2015 to 20 million in December, and over 30 million by the next April. Whisper resonated with Gen Z and millennials, especially women. As of 2017, 75% of users were aged 18 to 34, leaning female. It became known as the anti-Facebook, a digital confessional that thrived on emotional authenticity over vanity posts. 2014's personalization update introduced algorithmic categorization, 200 categories, related posts, and offered a kind of discovery, but still anonymous. By 2015, Whisper leaned into ads, partnering with Netflix, HBO, NBC Universal, Disney, and MTV, plus programmatic deals with major ad players like Google and Facebook. They introduced video features, creator groups, publisher widgets, and more to boost engagement. Dark humor aside, imagine teens whispering, "I just texted my ex that I love them," overlaid on a sad puppy pic, while Whisper tracked them for advertisers. How's that for intimacy? Feels like digital democracy, until Whisper peeks behind the curtain. And trust me, that's where things get real and terrifying. In October 2014, The Guardian exposed that Whisper tracked precise user locations, even when geolocation was off, down to about 500 meters. And yes, data was being shared with the US Department of Defense, FBI, and MI5. BuzzFeed and Fusion dropped their media partnership immediately. A UC Santa Barbara study in 2014 analyzed 24 million whispers from over 1 million users and warned that even with anonymized IDs, privacy attacks were feasible, leading Whisper to patch vulnerabilities later. Researchers revealed that approximately 900 million user records were accessible without authentication, revealing sensitive data like age, gender, ethnicity, and geotagged posts. Whisper's response? Just consumer features. A security startup claimed it found exploits to hijack Whisper accounts and read private messages, sparking a public clash. In May 2015, a 15-year-old girl who posted a Columbine-style threat was traced via Whisper's tracking and arrested. Then a man from Toronto reportedly used Whisper to target a 15-year-old girl charged with luring and assault. Whisper pitched itself to advertisers as brand safe and authentic, but moderators still struggled to filter content. It deployed the AI tool Arbiter, which could handle approximately 70% of moderation, with human review for the rest. Ah, the sweet smell of betrayal. Nothing says freedom like your location shared with the DoD while your darkest secret gets sponsored by HBO. Between tracking, leaks, and real-world horror stories, Whisper didn't just lose privacy, it lost its soul. And then it lost its money. In April 2013, Whisper secured $3 million in a Series A from Lightspeed. Then in September 2013, they raised another $21 million from Sequoia, valuing itself at $75 to $100 million. Then in May, another $36 million from Shasta, Thrive, Sequoia, and Lightspeed. Everyone wanted a piece of Whisper. Whisper monetized through sponsored backgrounds, keyword-targeted ads, branded whispers, and publisher widgets. By 2017, revenue got healthier. A 20% staff layoff trimmed burn from $2 million a month to positive $100,000 free cash flow in August 2017. Revenue was projected to hit $12.5 million that year, with hopes of 2.5 times growth in 2018. But despite better cash flow, Whisper still struggled with its identity crisis. Brands wanted authenticity, but Whisper's identity was built on anonymity and scandal. By September 2024, Whisper was removed from the Google Play Store, briefly returned in January 2025, then vanished again. On January 28, 2025, support publicly confirmed the shutdown and closure of support tickets. Meanwhile, its parent company MediaLab.ai was singled out in April 2025 by Forbes for its dealings in apps plagued by child predator issues, making Whisper's legacy even murkier. So Whisper's ghost lingers, suspended accounts, vanished ads, and a pile of moral debt. But what exactly went so wrong? Let's do a post-mortem. What went right? Whisper thrived on radical emotional rawness by tapping into unfiltered teen and young adult catharsis. They had billions of page views and tens of millions of active users, and the visual, meme-like format made it easy to share and easy to monetize. But what imploded it? Users believed in anonymity. Whisper tracked and leaked. AI plus humans couldn't police anonymity-fueled content. Brands on an app full of oversharing and vulnerability created ethical dissonance. Without identities, there was no back and forth, no loyalty, just confessions to the void. Then dwindling partnerships, founder burnout, and investor retreat. Whisper wasn't unique. Secret, Yik Yak, and others failed because anonymity undercut both safety and attachment. As Wired notes, people want acknowledgement, not invisibility. And such apps are both dangerous and, ironically, unengaging. Whisper's disappearance left a cautionary tale. In 2025, apps like Tea tried to fill the void, but again, repackaged emotional labor and safety as commodities. Vox critiqued Tea for turning Whisper networks into potentially irresponsible, surveillance-laden consumer tools. Whisper reminds us that anonymity and accountability are uneasy bedfellows, and digital confession requires trust, not just infrastructure. Whisper taught us one thing: if your secret's juicy enough, someone, probably Whisper, will want to sell it. Moral of the story: don't whisper. Why not scream privately? So what did Whisper whisper to the world? That anonymity is seductive, but when it's built on tracking, ads, and broken promises, it's not liberation, it's a masquerade, and the mask eventually snaps. Thanks for sticking around. Now go tell someone your secret.